change it with variant musical genres and a kind of poetry thing. But the amount to be the same. But I show you how creative that brother there was. But the system decided that that decadence was not required. Yes, was not required. Now we have something more dangerous than that ever was. And no one has said nothing. And now it has spread all over the place. All through Africa. Guyana, Trinidad, all these places. Decadence. And we are lose with children. We are lose with children. We are lose with girl children. We are lose the generation. When I hear nobody stepping on this. Why? Why? Are we that inclined that we're not vigilant? We don't have no morals. Everything that goes on in Britain and goes on in America and all the supremacies and them kind of conversation, and we have some serious issues. Because we are lose the wife of my child. We are lose the potential husband of my daughter. We are lose the next round of engineers. We are losing generation. We are losing. And people are going like say it's normality. Normal. It's part of the whole subliminal messages and infiltration. It's fueled by a lot of money and filthy films. The video, you know the video that go with the sound. You now big up that individual. Yes, sir.
Yes, what's going on? Good evening.
You can hear me?
Yeah, man, you can't hear me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Hold on there. Why you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Speak up.
Yes.
What up,
Yeah,
Bilal?
man, good. Dawood, well, go on.
Yeah, Dawood. Go on, sir. So we
Yeah,
ask you all this time we not hear from you.
Boy, you don't know, sir. You know how young people is. Are we live?
Yes, sir. You're live, man.
Oh. But you know how it goes, Solly, man, when you work with young people, when you're mentoring in schools and it's transition and now they're going to college and you got to chase them.
Yeah.
So like with this little mentoring half a job, it runs you off your feet because now, as you can imagine, those who are post 16 with no place, you got to go chase them and support them to get a place. So they've been running me ragged. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But alhamdulillah, yeah, I was in London though.
You were in London?
Eid.
You said you were in London or you are in London?
Nah, I was in London, the capital, on Eid Day.
Okay. And you never check base with me. What kind of thing is that?
What do you mean? Did Kareem call you?
No, star.
God, no. I said, tell the man them send me down. I was down on Eid. I went back. I brought the kids down too. All the kids.
Yeah.
We went to Thorpe Park.
Nah, we never do none of that.
We went to the barbecue. We did a barbecue at his mother-in-law's in Hanslow on the Friday night, right? Because it was warm. Then we went to Thorpe Park the next day. So I chilled with him for the weekend with the kids, children. So,
so you came to London. You had your eat time, and you missed me out because we never do nothing. We never do no eat nothing. Nah.
Now, and this is what now again. This is why I'm saying is that we need, like, black people, black descent people, period, need to look what the elders did and carry it on. If they don't carry it on, we're doomed.
Yep.
We have to look at what our parents did when they came here. And of course, you're my big brother, so you got more experience of it more than me in life. So when we see what the elders did to maintain, look how they revolutionized Christianity with a black church and made it work for them. They didn't care about anybody else because they was under pressure. They was under extreme prejudice and racism, right? So look how they made it work to where now they got their conventions, they got their kids programs, they got their trips, right? And why? Because one thing I can say about Black People University, when they do something, right, most times when they do it from the heart, it's sincerity, and they want to be productive. So at the end of the day, now you're looking at a lot of us, and this is general. A lot of African descent people, Caribbeans especially in the UK. I got to speak on for what I am. And when we look at the progression, son, oh my Lord, let me tell you. All right, we ain't even gonna go that. I'm just gonna lay it on the line, just plain and simple. Brexit. A lot of folks don't understand the realization of this. A lot do, a lot don't. I'm not going to generalize and say because, of course, people in the capital are more aware at most things going anywhere in the country. This is life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing and I know that London will be more aware than the North, because the North is what Brexit turned. The North votes, right, where they're isolated. They don't really travel that much. Not all, but a very large amount. More than half of the Northern population just stay where they from. So them are the people. Now, when they see certain people in their communities and people go and they propaganda against these people, even though it's not so, yeah, they got issues, but it's not what they're propagating, and they turn them. That's all it was. London voted to stay in Europe. In that sense, if you look at it from a regional or area-based demographic. So the point I'm trying to say is this. Here go university students that work with me. One student, she's it's a lady. She's quite very much into her books. But one thing she's even saying what Uni's saying about Brexit, because what she's doing political science, and that's what's happening. It's a topic. So they discuss it in depth. And one thing that is apparent. Let's just hope by the Lord of the worlds that it don't have what happened to Greece after they won the World Cup in 2000. Not Greece, Spain, sorry. And what happened to Greece, where your money's in the bank, all your businesses have pulled out, you don't have a good deal with Brexit, and now your money's worth nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that got their money first, there was no money left, and there was lines of people that had money in the bank on their bank account, but no money in the bank for paper. So people really understand the realization of this thing. It's not it, and like two things I like to pass on to any community member of what you learn from when you work behind the scenes. Two things, Solly, just to touch on as a reminder, is social media, and when I mean social media, not the benefits, because everybody likes it. Everybody's forgetting about the downfall to it, and the downfall is the next generation of children, not us, not the adult, the child. So and that's the next generation. That's going to be, as we know, I believe the children of the future, because they're the next generation of leaders. So you got to understand what kind of leadership of a population are we going to have in the sense of reality. You know what I mean? So the point I'm trying to say is the social media and the other issue that, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going to briefly just kind of skim over, you know what I'm saying? One is social media, The other is education. And I'll start with education. I'm going to say one point. Universally in the UK, so in all of the UK, GCSE results are down. Maths and English are down. Fact. From the results, and why I'm saying this, because I'm working in it. So we're looking at what the country's saying as far as academia for those that just took GCSEs. Just 2 points. Number one is this. One of our trainers, the system, as you know, universally in Britain is now changing to the numbered system, and it's from 0 to 9. Somebody says 0 to 10, but we got it told 0 to 9, left they change the postcodes.
Mm-hmm.
0 meaning a no grade, and of course a top meaning an A star.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the point that one of our education leaders, right? So she's a dual role. She works in schools. She's a qualified teacher, but she's also a youth worker, so she bridges that gap. When she trained us when she gave us some awareness before the new results about the changes, the woman said this: look, guys, I can't fool you because you guys are on the ground, so I'm going to tell you straight. What it looks like to me from what they're doing, this is what the woman said, not me. Trainer, with witnesses. We got witnesses in the meeting. What it looks like to me, they want the the poorer classes not to access higher education.
Of course.
She says, I am disgusted. She says, what it looks like to me, guys, is from now and further on, you're going to see, and to this day, if Allah makes me live 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we'll see what I'm saying now, if it's going to come to fruition. The Lord knows best. Let's see if it's going to come to fruition. But the thing she said is, like the 70s and early 80s, you're going to see an influx of young people, according to her, going into more training courses. More training, not education. Why? For the simple reason, the budget for education, they've made the exams harder. She said if you look in the UK, speak to anybody that took their GCSEs, even from the mock exams in the UK, she said that the mocks were of a higher caliber than what they was teaching the students. Most students failed and did badly in their mocks. Are we talking about high achievers, she was saying, to the country. Ask anybody, ask any school about mocks. So we're not talking about the upper echelon schools, the baseline schools.
Yeah,
everybody can access, and not the ones that the rich do. Right. So let's just look. So anyway, she said if you go across, most people didn't do as well as they thought. Right. Number one, because they made the exam harder, and purposely, she said, from her opinion, is they didn't prepare them for that. They upped the ante. They upped the level of the exam. So she said for the future, from this day forward, she said after this year, the exam is going to be harder, she said, and classes in regular schools, they're going to be overcrowded, and they're not increasing the budgets as it stands today, she said. So the ones who will get education befitting to actually uplift their standards will be those of what? The higher earners. They don't get touched. The higher earners, they come from money, so they all right. It's the basics. She said this is the worst I've ever seen it in 35 years. She said, 35? She said, yeah. 35 years I worked for this company. She said, this is the worst I've seen the education system. All right, so that's one. Two, so we're looking at, and so now when you look at demographics, when you look at population, when you look at certain issues, the poorer communities, like she said from an opening statement, it seems like they want the working class young people not to access higher education. It's looking like they're going to put them on more training and apprenticeships, yes, but also other training courses, right? So for the ones that don't make the grade, training courses, right? And she equated that to mid-70s and 80s. Then, so now that's that. Going back to the social media, just to make everybody aware if they don't know, if you threaten somebody on the phone, it's a crime. They can come and arrest you if they say that message in any sort of manner, right? If you send your own picture, whatever pictures they be, on Instagram, WhatsApp, any picture any licensing that you had to actually agree with, where it says accept, right, that they own the rights to the pictures that you send on these social media sites. So Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Facebook, any pic, they earn the rights to it. This is a training. The lady came from, guess where? London, right? And she worked like they trained us 2 years ago, and now this is the follow up after 2 years of the research of what they've seen. And guess what age range they looked at? It's amazing. Year 1 to year 6, and it was crazy of what year 1 and year 6 kids do, universally in the country in social media. Majority line about their age when they go on it, of course, because you can't access it without appropriate age range. But they're lying because there's no verification of age on a lot of them, right? No verification. So they pointed that out. But the thing I want to touch on is, on this issue, is the criminality of it. And the rights, they own the rights to pick so much so that a girl at 17, look at the massive piece of evidence. A girl 17 seen her picture on a supermarket ad. Yes, right? So all it is that we need to just remember. And the saddest thing is, here's what the lady said. I was feeling her. She was a lady in her 50s, but I love what she said because, like me, coming from the 70s, I remember when there was no phone. There was no celly, as you, of course,
know,
much as me. So what she said is this. I loved it, Solly. This is, I'm going to finish it on this part, and then, Lord willing, just, to see back. But here's what she said that was amazing. She says, can you imagine, guys, all of you guys, who were a bit older like myself, and we had no phones, and going through your teenage years where you're going through your emotions and your parents are trying to discipline you to the right things, but you're going the other way, as we all did, right? I said, yes, I agree. And she said, so can you imagine where some children, not all, but some will say, I hate my mom or I hate my dad, right? And they go to their room and their phone's waiting for them. You know what's sad, guys? There's groups now, there's little kiddie groups that, this is why she said it. There's groups that I hate my mother. There's groups that I hate my dad. There's groups there, are you lonely? Are you this? Oh. So the children have these little chat groups, right? Where, just imagine, they're upset with you, vexed with you, and then they put more fuel in the fire on the social media.
Mm-hmm.
And you're downstairs, don't even know. That's what was crazy. And a lot of it was crazy, but just the fact that they're showing you that the difference is when you went, if you was kind of upset or grounded, you come back humble because you've had time to what? De-escalate. Come down. Think. So can you imagine our children are, as me experiencing, remember my experience as a child now to a man, can you imagine?
Yeah.
You're vexed now, but you go to the social media and you tell your friend, like, yo, man, my daddy did this. Yeah, mine too. I hate him too. We should be. And it just built, and that's what's going on with young people now, is they got one life with their parents and one life, they got a whole different life. Not just school. It used to be just school, wasn't it? And when they go out.
Yep.
But it's not that anymore. It's the social media. And the last thing is, this nail in the coffin is, just imagine there's no regulations on it for children.
No.
And the lady, and the threats, and some of the stats, because what it is, Solly, they're going to give me the PowerPoint, the printout of the stats. And the crazy thing is, from some of the stats is, the grooming figures online are higher than those. Look how deep it is for children, are higher than those in actual streets. The figures are shot up amazingly. And there's also other issues that I won't discuss now, but it's other security issues. Crazy. So now, so the point I'm trying to say is we need to get a grip.
Yep.
And the thing, and besides in 2 points, I'm going to keep saying it. The most disenfranchised when it comes into time of troubles will be the most hit in the sense of test. The less disenfranchised, they have more, not saying they won't have test scores, but they have more to work with. But when you're disenfranchised and you go through some troubled times, as we've always, from a historical perspective of the last 2,000 years, if I was around it off where people of highly melanation were being targeted for genocide and pillaged and robbed and stolen and sold, killed, murdered. So I always say to anybody on earth now, from my own perspective, now as a man that's past 40, I say by the permission of the Lord of the worlds, until those who are in power, that are the bloodlines of these people, actually repent. When I mean repent, atone.
Mm.
You cannot, and atonement is by action. Not, atonement is words and action, but you need to atone. And as we see it right now, we're still being targeted, no matter how you look at it. We're being targeted, and we being. Sorry, I just dropped my phone out my ear. Sorry,
Yeah.
my phone out my ear. But we're being targeted and underrepresented, not overrepresented, underrepresented when it comes down to speaking reality. When it comes down to speaking, as we say, as we grew up to be taught, speaking truth to power. So when it comes to speaking truth to power, you know what I'm saying? Nah, people, because why? Unlike those who preceded us of the great people at any positions don't want to die for it. When the biggest honor, if you're going to do that, is ready to die for it.
Yes, sir.
And we all want to say we are, but in reality, not everybody is.
No, they're not.
You know what I mean? And we all want to say we are. And this is from those. This is from the most super pious and the most this. We're not ready for that because we may know the truth and be in a position to speak it, but don't want to speak it because of the repercussions.
Yes, the repercussions. Yes.
So yes, Ollie. So that's my little, because we ain't spoken in a while, but that's kind of gave you a little bit of a backdrop on what it's looking like in the sense of liberty and community work and just seeing what's ahead of people, seeing what's ahead. Unfortunately, and the sad thing is where, like I always say, a person of melanation, this is not your origin. This land, it's not your origin. So at the end of the day, so anybody in the Caribbean, whether you want to feel that they make, whether you want to feel like I'm a part of the society and I've got equality, well, that's your perspective. I don't feel that way, but if somebody feels that way, that's fine. But if there was equality, right? If somebody says, "Oh, but if we was there, we'd get treated like that. If we was there, we'd get treated like that. So we're here, so at least we're better than." Nah, you're copping out. Don't do that. Because that person's reality, wherever they are, is not the same as yours. Right? So you got to deal with the fact that, if you deal with the reality of your existence in this land, that it's not yours, not by choice, you was brought here, right? In the sense of ancestrally, in the last 200 years by choice, you're in a country where your ancestors were being held captive or whatever. So you're in that land of oppression of those who oppressed you and those who got millionaires and cities like Liverpool, if not the richest city in the world at one point, all black murder and sweat and genocide. So when we look at things like this and there's no atonement and you really think, oh, but at least now, well, that's your perspective, not mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not mine. And yes, there's equality in this. There's plenty of benefits, but are they equal though? That's the question.
That is
equal?
Yeah.
If it's not equal, don't say it's equal. If it's a benefit, say it's a benefit. But don't never say it's equal, because it's not.
It's not.
Right? So all praise be to the Lord of the worlds, man. We're there. You know what I'm saying? Allah's giving us a notch. The Lord's giving us a notch each day on age and overstanding and reflection. And we just moving with the times. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, look, man, like I said, man, it's about the next generation, man. You know what I mean? So, and really, like my mama had better food than me as far as produce. Now, my food's a bit better than my kids, but what they having now is totally garbage. Some of it fake. Huh? Some of it triggering illnesses. You know what I mean? So there's no time. So if people want to, or act like it's there, bro. It's there. So it's like going in it. So like I always say, I went to work this morning and I had some ginger that I brought from the crib, boiled ginger. So I heated it up, and my man's going outside for a break. I said, let me walk with you for the break, and I got a ginger in a cup. Our next bread after I'm Jamaica, coming at the elevator named Barry. See? Someone said, Barry, because I'm showing this South Asian dude who's a colleague of mine. I'm going outside for a break with to say, look, watch when he smell what I'm drinking. Say, Barry, smell this. The drink. So we all drink. Oh, don't mess up, sorry, a lot. And I said to my boy now, you see, he ain't even got a word to say to me. because he knows what this thing good for.
Mm.
So he ain't even got a word to say to me, because he knows what I'm drinking there that morning is wow. Huh? That's what we need.
I'm going to share this with you right now. Now you mention the ginger. May I buy a machine that would allow me to do the ginger in bulk, sir?
See?
Yeah. You understand? Seriously. Because the ginger inflammatory problems and situations, it's a...
Ginger now is being used by conventional medicine to fight cancer cells.
Listen.
Right now.
Everything.
Yep, everything. But when we're looking at diseases that have plagued, us in our which way, whether people got the cure or not, I don't want to use, well, that's their business, but that's plagued us, the population, that's something that is just in the ground, pure.
Yep.
Yams out the cells of it. You know, my mother tell them, my father, my family, them in Jamaica, them say, son, prevention better than
cure.
They always told me that. So,
yeah.
Son, when them say, make sure, say, son, it's cold over there, Make sure, say, you drink little ginger.
Yeah.
You drink little single Bible.
Yes.
And I'm green banana. That is my mama, right to this day.
Yes.
She's reminding me, and isn't it amazing that your whole cuisine from our four parents, 70% of it fights in ailments and diseases.
Yes,
that
sir.
They put in you.
Yeah.
And we abandon it for, I hate to say it. If you look at, and I don't want to say particular communities, but some communities that's supposed to be so God-fearing, go look at their diets. Go look at it. Go look at it. You're so aware, you're so in touch with, because the law's not just in the masjid. So and he ain't tell you this being there. And he ain't tell you to just say, mashallah, you got Noor in your face. He never said to just keep doing that, brethren. I don't know where people get these things from.
No.
But when you look at it holistically, the herbs, where them there? Look, if you see, the dudes in Britain, the health authority in Britain will say 5 a day. They'll say have at least 5 a day to maintain your structure.
Yeah.
Right? When you look at the Caribbean upbringing, is diet, go back and look at it. Working class and poor, go back and look at the diet. It will still sustain you. There was still sufficient stuff there that your parents would give you, from cod liver oil to whatever they're giving you. Washing you out to whatever they give you for drinking.
Yep.
Look at that. So what are we doing here?
But the best people in this is the nation.
What do you mean?
The Elijah Muhammad diet is unbeatable.
1 meal a day.
Yeah, it's unbeatable.
1 meal a day with the peas.
Yeah, man.
And the beans and the pea pies.
Yes.
Huh? A little bit of meat, but mostly fish.
Yes.
The oil. And what's fish? Omega-3. Huh?
Yeah.
And when I went to do my little blood test the other day, my little checkup, what was I low on? Even though I eat fish, what did the doctor say? You're not eating enough oily fish. You need the omega-3. Or, what did they say? Take the cod liver oil pure.
Yes. Pure.
See?
Yeah.
See? Same as your mama. Put in you. She ain't no doctor. She is a doctor, but wasn't no physician for people to come to her. But look what they gave us. So at the end of the day, what are we doing? Yes, at my mama time, there was a lot of candy in the candy store, but they choose not to buy the dirty candy and buy the candy with them. But my mother said, son, let go for the sugar, it will kill you. Let go the brown, let go the white sugar, the boy. Low it. Go for the brown one, the dark one, if you're going to take it. And it's not me. Go to any nutritionist. Rice. What would the nutritionist tell you? Yeah? No, go for the brown rice.
Yep.
Not me. Not Daoud. The physician. Everything that's brown and green is a benefit for the body.
For the body.
And those that are bleached out and play with and white will kill you.
Yep.
Not me. Sugar and salt. White sugar and that bleached out white salt will kill you. Huh?
And
I
it
had to
sneaks
go
up
through
on
my
you
own
too. It sneak up on you.
You know what I'm saying, Charlie? And I had to go through, in my early 40s, a personal experience to realize that. Even though even though we know, but don't still play with it too much.
Mm.
So we got it. So again, everything you know in this kind of thing, man, made me reflect on my parents because they still here. And my parents, may the Lord increase my family on the other side of the United States, they was in the hurricane. They did not have to evacuate in the heart of the city.
Mm.
So my sister sent me some clips of before it came and when it came. Then they sent me a picture of my mama. She was pushing up to 80, and my pops almost 80, and they still there strong.
Alhamdulillah.
All praise be to the Lord. They still there. See? So if you look at our generation, weaker. Yes, when your life goes, we don't know it's there. But when I'm talking about generally, when you look at the general life expectancy of just from health, they're better than us, right? And look, they're better than us, but we've got more. If you think about it technologically, we've got more medicines than they had. We've got more doctor, like we've got more breakthroughs in how to even check your own stuff at home and all types of things. We can do all this. We got all this access. There's more gyms. But look at the standards of health.
Yeah.
Are worse than our parents. Ours are. In our parents' generation. So that's something to reflect on and see what are we doing. Number one, McDonald's. My mama never bought me a McDonald's in my life.
Hi.
The first one I bought, not my old girl. My mom didn't buy me no. You know I got that too. Ask Muffin, our cousin used to work at McDonald's, so we get it for nothing if we want it. But she never bought me no McDonald's. She don't buy no KFC. She don't buy that. All from the home. All from the home. And it ain't like we eat fried chicken. We ate fried chicken. I ate a burger, but from the home. Handmade.
And yeah, man.
Not processed on the shelf.
No.
That's got 2 weeks staying power when it's supposed to be rotted in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
4 or 5 days. Now it's on the shelf for almost a month, and you find it up like it's fresh.
Yeah.
This is it. So my point is, our parents had the handle. I got the handle, baby.
Boy, I tell you, if I knew you was gonna do that, I would have bust that tune quick sharp. If I knew you was gonna do that.
Yeah, tell you, F-tunes.
Yeah, man, the Heptones.
Yeah, man. So, and I got why me I remember that's why I got them people in my plane.
But me have one by Hugh Mandel too, you know. Me got Jah got the handle.
See?
And the man got the blade.
Blade.
Yeah, man.
See, so there we go, Solly, man. So man, we gotta.
But here what me want to tell you now. On that note,
listening.
we are do something down here.
Yeah.
And we are gonna take the World Jam out in the public with some other people.
Yeah.
And we want make sure me tell you early, invite you down because we are discuss, we are do the reasoning in front of people.
Got you.
You understand? We are show people, try to show them how far I sit and reason.
Yeah.
You understand? And how the reasoning can get hot, but it not disrespectful.
Of course.
Right? And the reasoning is not just about talking. It's about
action.
how we are going to implement some things. You know? So, we are deliver that shortly.
And which part? You have a venue?
Yeah, man. We there London, Tottenham.
Nice.
Yeah, Tottenham. On the main, not inside the village, you know. Not inside the farm, but outside the farm.
See?
You know, on the peripheral of the farm. You know?
See?
Yeah. So, look forward to that. So, I'm going to give you a good notification because I want you down here.
Yeah, man.
And see how that lift off, you know?
See?
We are bring a different dimension to the picture of everything. And
now, of course.
right? Because because what happened is the people them still think that we Muslims isolate and segregate ourselves from the masses of the people.
Nah.
And may I try and make that understood that's not the case.
No.
Right? But we have do's and we have don'ts, and we're not gonna mix them up for no one. You understand? We have do's and don'ts, and what we're not supposed to do, we're not gonna do. What we're supposed to do, we will do in abundance. But the things we're not supposed to do, we're not do.
See?
You understand? So we want people to understand that and make mental adjustments, because the adjustments is just understand. Because Rastafari back in the time, Rastafari had his liberty.
Yeah.
And there are things Rasta never do.
See?
Right? Now you get people that do all kind of different things. So you know what I mean? So we have to just come together and reason.
See?
Right? So that people can see that, and the young people, because we want the children who have children, it is them who are come.
Yeah.
The children them who have children, them 30-year-old and 40-year-old who have children.
Yeah.
You know, are them who are come. So they also we're gonna have like this open mic something. All them things there that them are going with, those things are going to be available. Because we want the minds in there. We don't want the people to come now and decide, say, nah, that's not for we have to go. You understand? So we are attracting the massive. Yeah. Even if 2 people come, it's still good.
Yeah.
You understand? But we know that more than 2 people are gonna be there, because the sister she well promoted and everything, you know? So
but you don't know, sir. Lord, and this is what it is, man. It's, all praise be, man.
I want to promote the black seed oil.
Yeah.
I want to promote the ginger.
Yeah.
I want to promote the mercy oil.
Yeah.
And we want to promote the people them get up early morning. Just like when they back home, them hear the cock crow, get up early morning. We are pretty fragile, but them can get up early morning and make breakfast for them children and sit down in them kitchen and make sure them children them ready for school proper.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand?
Nicely.
Yeah.
That is, and all that, and what it is, that ain't, and what you just put there, I love it, because when you look at, I'm going to look at it, and because like some of us who are in particular, some of us who have embraced Islam, we're scared to reflect on where we come from, or we.
Yes.
I'm scared.
They're scared.
The benefit.
Well, I used to be that too, Not. Hey, if that wasn't the case, I would have been still running my music, But I was scared too.
Yeah, scared.
Yeah.
And that's us. That's what the Lord.
And it wasn't so much me scared, I was concerned about what people will be seeing, and how much time I'm gonna have to repeat myself and justify my actions.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? We gotta avoid them.
But you know what it is? When we reflect on the legacy of what we come from, the legacy, you think the Panthers breakfast program, Martin Luther King and them breakfast program.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a Muslim thing. It's a black thing to get up early, prepare yourself, have dignity whether you're poor or whatever. Have a bit of dignity if you're in that situation with a roof over your head.
Yeah, man.
And just like you said, every mickle make a muckle. If I want bowl of porridge, cornmeal or whatever, banana or whatever porridge, we got the nutrients in it to get the porridge, to get the hot tea.
Of course.
Even if I just stop and boom.
Yes.
And just have that spirit. Like you say, just get up early, which, and like you're saying now, I'm telling you, like, I'm valuing, of course, like some of us with children, some of us are, we it's not easy with some children sometimes with the tests and the tribulation. We know that. But at the same time, when I'm with my children now, and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? When you see, like, like a lot of times what you work hard a lot. The Lord provide the work, you feed them, you dish your dad, and then when you actually now see the growth in your kids and what you've been trying to support them with, they actually understand it and try to implement it as much as they can. You love that, like you're saying, the growth, and they want them to know that, because I was saying, Abdul Kareem, every strong woman, watch this, makes a strong man person. That's
of course.
But guess what? Watch the yin yang. Every strong man makes a strong woman.
Of course.
His daughter, because I said, I noticed a trend, Abdul Kareem.
It has to be balanced.
Yeah, it's balanced. You see the girls with their daddies in their life, all right, the boy with a daddy in their life, the boy still runs a mama, but when he kind of straightens up, daddy becomes all more time. Even though the daddy's there for son, but mama's everything when you're young.
Yes.
Now, and we compete for that, for mother. We compete for mother. Now, but when you look with the daddies that stick around with the girls, and when the daddies are firm, the girls are militant. 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
If the daddy's in the life, the daddy supports. If he's working and supporting and he's advising, he's being lenient. When he can, you flip out sometimes, but in general, you see that the daughter is firm because daddy's there. Because it's opposites attract. So you never say sons, that's daddy's son, but it's mostly daddy's little girl.
Yep.
Or mama's boy.
Yep.
See?
I have that tune too. Daddy's little girl.
Yeah, daddy's little girl.
Yeah, man.
You a mama's boy. I'm a mama's boy. See, it's the opposites.
All right.
So what I like to say is, when I say Abdul Kareem, nah, man, I said, nah. Like, mashallah, his daughter was going to college, and I'm in university. I'm like, yo, she firm. Believe me, I said, I look at her. I already know she firm, because daddy's firm. Huh? And them are the type, if you think, and honestly, when you look at progression, of course, some of us have it hard, and the Lord of the world's guide us himself and bring us to do something. As you know, people are orphaned and in care and all this, and you got success stories, and some have it hard, and some succeed, and some go use that. But then you have those that had what we call, like nuclear families with both parents there. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, the parents are there, both parents, girls and boys, you get a lot more production when it's right, when they're there, because they're there. You know what I mean? But as you know, when there's one lacking, then there's other issues. But when either's lacking, or there's no figure there, so either's lacking. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So again, in all of the community, raises a child and all that, in the heritage, we're losing that. It's as simple as that.
Me have some rhythm that me have a bus and advertise for the man them, the Warriors and others. So forgive me.
Nah, I know how to go. I can't take it all up.
Yep, me have a bus this tune before the hour's up.
See.
So listening, cause me have a dash them.
See.
All right.
Oh, Tom, but them not rough like me. Say them tough, but them not tough like me. Bobby did it a la general. Ja made it official. Say them tough, but them not tough like me. Say them rough, but them not rough like me. I am the general. Ja made it official. At the time of my talk and Pastor Max, them still not scare me. The dark of the road, the brighter like a Jah guide me. I know my roots, I speak the truth, I face reality. Till Jah kingdom come on earth, that's how it's gonna be. Let them laugh and say what they want to say. Let them so because them can't lead the Rasta man astray. No way, no day. Say them rough, but them not rough like me. Say them tough, but them not tough like me. Caliber the general, Jah made it official. Say them tough, but them not tough like me. Say them rough, but them not rough like me. I am the general, Jah made it official. What is to be must be. Can't you see? And I will fight for my rights if necessary. Can't push me round like no merry-go-round. Can't get me down, long time me black the sound. Emperor Selassie, I wears the triple crown. Bobby Digital, tell me you're my soul. Say them rough, but them no rough like me. Say them tough, but them not tough like me.
Yeah, the fingers always all I bring. Digital beam love with my swing. I'm one DJ instead of sing. So make me do me thing. Hear me out. Man a general, no, we no rookie in this. Rookie in this, we no rookie in this. Hey, pagans, don't put a foot in this. Foot in this, no put a foot in this. Mind your light line, boy, don't look in this. Look in this, don't look in this. Men on your meat, but boy, ghost, we get cocaine in this. Cocaine in this, get cocaine in this. Tell them I tell you so if you win, cause man no plan to lose. Young but still don't know hurricane, but man hear them views. If you this thing in your face, I go clean my shoes. Instead of entertainment report, you make headline news. No, me never skip no line, me stay and wait me turn. That's why me tell you like this like a lunch holding firm. None of them a figure feel because a man to learn. Me never pay no man to rate me, real respect me earn. Man a general, no, we no rookie in this. Rookie in this, we no rookie in this. Hey, pagans, don't put a foot in this. Foot in this, no put a foot in this. Mind your eye blind, boy, don't look in this. Look in this, don't look in this. Men on your meat, but boy, ghost, we get cocaine in this. Cocaine in this, get cocaine in this. How them a shuffle up, so like a Chris deck. Get a hype, so them head a spin like this. Lick the boys, have some manners and respect. As if you diss me, we become man of interest. Get out of the kitchen if you can't take the fire, yeah. Overrun them, run them over like maybe my tire, yeah. Go home and a tire, make you know man a worry. Man a VID, CEO, them boy, if you know. Some a general, no, we no rookie in this. Rookie in this, we no rookie in this. Hey, pagans, don't put a foot in this. Foot in this, no put a foot in this. Mind your eye blind, boy, don't look in this. Look in this, don't look in this. Men on your meat, but boy, ghost, we get cocaine in this. Cocaine in this, get cocaine in this. I tell you so if you win, cause man.
Dance all thing again. Travel round the bed and tell your friend. Problem. Hey. Them can't beat this, can't beat this. Rubber dub style, I go give them till the morning. Them can't beat this, them can't beat the real thing. No, no, them can't top this, them can't top this. Rubber dub style, I go drop till the morning. Them can't top this, them can't top the real thing. No way. We give them rubber dub style, wicked and wild, well versatile, with a disciplined child. When me was a youth, me used to run up and down. Rubber dub style come straight from me down. Anywhere me go, me mash the place down. Anywhere me go, I peer things here. Tell them, can't beat it.
Tell the people the truth, tell the people the truth, tell the people the truth, do not trick them. Tell the people the truth, tell the people the truth, tell the people the truth. They might talk about attack past here too, they might try fool, but here too nothing I did.
Yes. Things and times, we give thanks to the management for the extension. On Friday, we continue the same chorus, same lyrical content, and the same proposal, application. And we will not change. For it's very important that we show consistency. So we are saying to management team, technicians, give thanks. And we are saying to brethren and sisters who say wait, them are going somewhere still. Give thanks to the listening. I'm a brethren, my brother from a different mother. Dear Sheffield, give thanks. Abdul Kareem, give thanks. And my sister, give thanks. We're out. Salam alaikum. Jah guidance, Wadada. Queen Africa, tell the people the truth.
In our community, where all him know are just crime and poverty. A law man buck him for a day when him broke and hungry. With a tall up when no empty. Fire to fuel with a bullet everywhere. We want justice, everyone a swear. While the opposition use the bad physique mileage, the government full of excuses. Corporate society uptight and bossy. All them a think about is to make more money, so them send the vampire them for pressure get the streets.